prominent VHS distributor and one of the major names in the game. But for being such a major name in the game, they certainly took their sweet time in participating. Yeah, they weren't really even a thing until 1990, when they got their start with their first VHS release, Misery. So they were latecomers in the age of VHS, but it didn't take them long to gain momentum. In 1991, they bought the home video rights to a shitload of titles belonging to Nelson Entertainment, who in turn bought their shit from Embassy Home Entertainment. And New Line Home Video even bought some of the home video licensing rights from Media Home Entertainment, like Nightmare on Elm Street. And there, throughout the history of VHS, New Line Home Video would remain at the top of the hill until they would eventually change their name to New Line Home Entertainment, and then in 2010 would be bought out by Warner Brothers. But that's post-VHS era stuff, and I don't really care about that, but it is interesting to find out what happened to them. Now, this 1992 New Line Home Video VHS distribution of Suburban Commando was, of course, the first distribution. But oddly enough, it wasn't the only one. And I say oddly enough because usually there's only one VHS distribution for movies like this. So 1992 saw two North American VHS releases for this movie. The one was from New Line Home Video, as you know. The other was from New Line's Canadian affiliate, Alliance Releasing Home Video. And the face value differences between these two distributions are certainly present. While the front of the sleeve is pretty much the same, the back of the sleeve is entirely different, not to mention the New Line Home Video logo is replaced with the Alliance logo, which is pretty obvious and to be expected. A New Line Home Video would release it again in 1995. Now you might be asking yourself, why on earth would you release this again on VHS so soon after its initial release? And I think the major question is, why would you release this again at all? Well, in 1995, New Line Home Video was bought out by Turner, and subsequently, all of New Line Home Video's library was re-released under the Turner Home Entertainment label. And Turner didn't exactly wipe New Line Home Video off the map. They did keep the namesake for recognition and marketing purposes. Basically, they pretty much just bought it, and all operations continued as normal. Now, other than the year on the sleeve, the differences between the 1995 and 1992 distributions aren't exactly staring you in the face, meaning they're not exactly easy to spot. In fact, the only difference between the two distributions is the Turner Home Entertainment logo, which is on the back of the sleeve and on the cassette itself. And that's just the face value difference. The tape itself is different too. Well, they just took out all the previews, you know, the fun stuff. The stuff that makes the 1992 distribution a lot of fun. There's previews for The Lawnmower Man and The Taking of Beverly Hills. Remember that movie? That's okay. Nobody does. But there's also a very fun and very dated introduction by Hulk Hogan himself, where he explains to you the WWF Wrestling Challenge game and a 900 number with a sweepstakes that I guarantee you nobody won. The gimmick was you called this 900 number, which cost you a fortune, by the way, and you would talk to Hulk Hogan himself. Well, that's what they said would happen, but I'm sure no one ever really talked to him. There's even a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen that explains calls will only be received by Hulk Hogan while the line is available. That's a dodge, and that tells me Hulk Hogan ain't answering. But anyways, it's still fun, and it's really neat to see this kind of stuff nowadays because I'm sure a lot of people forgot about this. Yeah, I love these sweepstakes promotions that are in the opening sequences of old VHS. It's so dated and so sealed in time and just so perfect as it is. And the best part, the only way to see it is on this particular VHS, or the 10 million videos that are uploaded on YouTube about it. But the original way is a little bit more romantic.
Watch the full episode here, as well as other classic Cat Namas VHS pirate ship adventures. And please hit subscribe.